Back in March of 2020, Larian Studios held a Q&A on Reddit where they revealed to us that all classes and subclasses from the D&D 5th edition Player's Handbook will be included in Baldur's Gate 3 at launch. Later on in the year, I recall Larian using slightly different wording while responding to a similar question, and they said something along the lines of "we're hoping to or working to include everything." I'd say that even after hearing this, it's fair to assume that we will eventually be able to play all of the classes, some of which will release during early access itself, but ultimately there might be some subclasses missing, or maybe a class that is modified like we've already seen with the Ranger. Currently in early access, there's a total of 6 classes: the Ranger, Rogue, Fighter, Cleric, Wizard, and Warlock. This leaves out 6 classes that we have yet to see. In this video, I'm going to go over the missing classes and subclasses, and at the end of the video, I'll even quickly go over what's missing from the classes that we currently have access to. Remember that this is 5th edition Player's Handbook source material that we're talking about, not talking about any other D&D stuff, although it is possible that we might see classes and subclasses from other D&D sources, maybe the Hexblade, maybe the Oathbreaker. That would be pretty cool, but who really knows? If you guys end up enjoying this video, please subscribe for much more Baldur's Gate 3 content on the way. Links to my Twitter and my Discord server will be below. Let's get right into it. If you like being the one who charges into battle regardless of the foe so that others don't have to, the Barbarian might be the class for you. Barbarians embrace their animal keen instincts, primal physicality, and ferocious rage. This class is built for those who want to smash and destroy things, and laugh while doing it. Barbarians have the highest base HP out of any class. They can use all weapons effectively, and because of their unarmored defense, most don't wear armor. Playing as a Barbarian will grant you class features such as your Rage, which will help increase your damage and make you more tanky. Extra Attack, allowing you to attack twice in one turn. You'll end up being able to move further than many other classes, and also get an edge on initiative rolls and boosts to critical hits. This is a ferocious, deadly, and extremely hard to kill type of class. The Berserker is all about the Rage feature and making it even more terrifying. And the Totem Warrior gives a Barbarian an animal totem spirit, and depending on which animal is chosen, will determine the buffs and benefits that come along with it. For example, a bear spirit may give you resistance to all damage types except psychic damage, and also give you advantages on strength checks in the game. If you like serving as the light and hope on a battlefield and enjoy holding your ground against the ever-encroaching darkness, the Paladin might be the class for you. Paladins swear to uphold justice and righteousness and will dedicate their lives to hunting the forces of evil wherever they lurk. They have a rather high HP and can use all weapons, armor, and shields effectively. This class is not only deadly in martial fighting, but will also gain divine benefits and spellcasting. Paladins will choose a fighting style which can make them more tanky, make them better with certain types of weapons, or make them better at protecting others. The spells that a Paladin can learn will be extremely useful and offer some good versatility for your Paladin on the battlefield. One of this class's most known features is its Channel Divinity, which offers a variety of different subclass specific features, such as Sacred Weapon and Abjure Enemy. Paladins also get Divine Smite, which will allow your weapon attack to deal additional radiant damage at the cost of a spell slot. The subclasses for the Paladin will likely be the Oath of Devotion, Oath of the Ancients, and the Oath of Vengeance. Devotion Paladins are the Holy Knights and get many holy type spells that will be prepared for you at all times. Ancient Paladins are the Green Knights and get many nature-based spells. Vengeance Paladins are Paladins that are willing to sacrifice their righteousness to destroy evil, and they gain spells such as Hunter's Mark and Misty Step. Each subclass offers different Channel Divinity features as well. If you like being extremely versatile and using magic to inspire allies, demoralize foes, manipulate minds, create illusions, and even heal wounds, the Bard might be the class for you. Bards are the masters of song, speech, and the magic they contain. Your allies will depend on you on the battlefield, but you may prove even more worthy to them with your words outside of combat. Bards have rather low HP, can use simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords, and will most often wear light armor or medium armor. Bards will get spellcasting and have access to a wide variety of useful bardic spells, and later on in the game you'll even be able to learn a couple spells from other classes' spell lists. This class will be able to buff party members with bardic inspiration, gain bonuses to all ability checks the game may throw at you, give musical performances during battle that disrupt mind-influencing effects, and more. The subclasses for the Bard will likely be the College of Lore and the College of Valor. A Lore Bard is good at weakening enemies, learning extra spells, and gaining more skill proficiencies. A Valor Bard is more martial combat focused, and allows a Bard to gain medium armor proficiency and be able to effectively use all martial weapons and shields. Valor Bards also get extra attack, and their bardic inspiration buff they give to party members becomes more potent. If you like calling on the elemental forces of nature to aid you, or emulating the creatures of the animal world, the Druid might be the class for you. Druids are embodiments of nature's resilience, cunning, and fury, and they see themselves as extensions of nature's indomitable will, rather than claiming mastery over it. Druids have rather low HP, can use clubs, daggers, darts, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, slings, and spears, and will have proficiency in non-metal based light armor, medium armor, and shields. Druids are spellcasters and will gain access to a wide variety of Druid spells, many of which are nature focused. And of course they also gain the ability to wild shape into many different creatures. The subclasses for the Druid will likely be the Circle of the Land and the Circle of the Moon. Land Druids are more spellcasting focused, and they get to choose a type of environment they want to specialize in. Choices may include Arctic, Coast, Forest, Grassland, Mountain, Swamp, and Underdark. The environment you choose will give you access to more spells, most of which relate to the chosen environment, and these spells will be prepared for you at all times. Land Druids also gain more cantrips, the ability to regain spell slots, gain certain bonus features when fighting elemental and fey creatures, and more. Moon Druids are more focused on the wild shape ability, and allow your Druid to transform into more powerful and deadlier beasts. As a Moon Druid, wild shape becomes more convenient and easier to use, and you get a way to heal yourself while in animal form. If you like being a ninja, the Monk might be the class for you. Monks have the ability to magically harness the magic that flows within their bodies, and they can channel this energy into a striking display of combat prowess, or focus on defensive abilities and speed. Monks have rather low HP, can use all simple weapons and short swords effectively, and they typically don't wear any armor. As a monk, you get benefits from being unarmored, such as unarmored defense, and an increase to movement speed. Monks can also be very effective using their fists as weapons. This class doesn't get spellcasting, but instead they have something called the Mystic Energy of Ki, and key points can be spent on giving a monk extra attacks, increased jump distance, the use of dash as a bonus action, some spells, and more. Monks also learn the ability to deflect some incoming ranged attacks. They can stun enemies, evade area of effect spells better. They become immune to disease and poison, can remove harmful bodily effects, and more. The subclasses for the Monk will likely be the Way of the Open Hand, the Way of the Shadow, and the Way of the Four Elements. Open Hand monks excel in martial arts. They get the ability to heal themselves, and get improved strikes that can knock enemies prone, knock them away, and prevent them from using reactions. Shadow monks are the Assassins, and get access to some subterfuge type spells. They also gain Shadow Step, which is a teleportation feature, and the ability to become invisible in certain lighting. Element monks are your airbenders that gain access to a variety of elemental type spells that can be cast using your key points. If you love throwing crazy powerful magic around and are not too concerned with the safety of yourself and the ones around you, the Sorcerer might be the class for you. Magic is an innate part of every sorcerer, whether it comes from an ancient bloodline infused with the magic of dragons, or if it's just a raw, uncontrolled magic within. Sorcerers have no use for spellbooks or patrons, but instead have to learn to harness and channel their own powerful inborn magic. This class shares the lowest base HP with the wizard. They typically wear no armor, and daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and light crossbows are the weapons they can use effectively. They are of course primary spellcasters, but they're much more specialized in the spells they can learn, unlike the wizard, which can be much more versatile. What makes a sorcerer truly unique is their ability to twist and bend spells to suit their needs through a class feature called metamagic. Sorcerers, unlike other spellcasters, get sorcery points, which can be used to gain additional spell slots and used to create these metamagic spell altering effects. The subclasses for the sorcerer, which is their sorceress origin, will likely be draconic bloodline or wild magic. Draconic sorcerers choose one type of dragon as their ancestor, and this in turn gives spells of that type added benefits. They also get additional HP and get some bonuses to their armor class. Wild magic sorcerers get a limited benefit to attack rolls, and they get the ability to bend an opponent or friend's luck by helping or hurting their chances of success in attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. The unique feature of the Wild Mage is that there's a chance that casting your spells might unleash surges of untamed magic. This can result in extreme power that aids a sorcerer, or they end up turning themselves into a sheep. This is a really fun feature for the class and adds a lot of unknown excitement. If it's included in the game, it will be very interesting to see how it's implemented. As far as missing subclasses go for the classes that we currently have in early access, the Cleric is missing its Knowledge, Nature, Tempest, and War domains. Like the current subclasses do, each of these domains offer different benefits and spells to more specialize your Cleric in one area. The Fighter class is missing its Champion subclass, which does things such as improve their critical hits, makes them better at strength, dexterity, and constitution checks, improves their jumping distance, allows them to gain additional fighting styles, and more. The Rogue is missing its Assassin subclass, which gives the Rogue Assassinate, giving them advantage on attack rolls against a creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet, and also gives them a critical hit on any hit they make against a creature that is surprised. An Assassin Rogue can start off a round with some serious damage. This subclass also gains bonus proficiencies and can learn to establish false identities for themselves. The Warlock class is currently missing its Archfey Patron subclass, which will allow the Warlock to learn spells from an expanded list of Fey-type spells. The Warlock is also currently missing its Pact of the Blade and Pact of the Tome Pact boons that you get to choose at level 3. Pact of the Blade offers some more martial prowess to the Warlock, and Pact of the Tome allows the Warlock to learn more cantrips. The Wizard class is missing its Conjuration, Divination, Enchantment, Illusion, Necromancy, and Transmutation schools of magic, which you get to choose at level 2. The school that you choose basically offers some added benefits to spells that are cast that come from the chosen school of magic. I won't talk about the Ranger because the Ranger seems to be getting an overhaul. We'll just wait to see what happens. And that will be it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below what classes or subclasses you're hoping to see in the game, even stuff that's outside of the player's handbook. I know a lot of people really want the Hexblade. I think the Oathbreaker will be really cool, but really guys, put it below in the comments. I'm sure Larian Studios maybe peeks at these videos once in a while. I think they care about me, and maybe they don't. If you guys ended up enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from live streams to game reviews to class guides to lore videos and much more. I'd love to have some of you guys back for a future video. I'm getting really fast at this. Until next time.